Iconic landmark on Atlanta's Westside is about to undergo some much-needed renovations. The Ashby Street Theatre stood for decades as one of the only places African Americans could see a movie in the city. As 11 Alive's Joe Ripley reports, the plans call for the landmark to become a new community hub.
On the west side of Atlanta, the old Ashby Street Theatre is due for repairs.
There are holes in the roof. There's a wall falling down.
Jay Scott with Green Rock Partners is working to secure funding for the building owned by the Atlanta Business League.
When it was built in 1934, it was the first time that people in this community could go in the front door of a movie theater instead of having to climb up the fire escape.
Milton Jones grew up in the neighborhood. He remembers the drugstore across the street and the travel agency next door.
The theater itself, ran movies. It took a while to get to our neighborhood. But when they got here, everybody wanted to go see them.
Bringing this old theater back to life requires a little modern-day technology.
I think we have a lot of different concerns and a lot of different pieces to it. So AI can help us actually manage that complexity and find ways to make it more cost-effective and also meet the needs of the community.
Architects Patrick Chopson and Ed Aiken say they're keeping the economy and community in mind.
I would say those are the major headwinds, just making sure we have the availability of resources, both in labor and materials, moving through the project.
Atlanta Business League President and CEO Leona Barr Davenport says the project could take about $15 million and at least 5 years to complete.
I think of it as a place called home. And this will be our home for entrepreneurs and black business owners.
For Norris Hunt, this home to so much history is worth the effort to revive.
Once it is restored, it is like a jewel that you found, a shiny penny you found in the dust, that we can take it up out of the dust and dust it off and replace it in its rightful place. And it can really begin to spark that kind of interest and that kind of rejuvenation that this neighborhood really longs for.
Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
The renovated Ashby Street Theatre will also house the Black Business Hall of Fame. The project is currently funded in part by 2 grants from the National Park Service.